Whoa, hey, what? Come on now, what is this about? That's a little rude. All right, here, let me... Covering up our guest.
I can't see.
Okay, here we go. Uh-huh. There we go. Good enough.
I didn't know you had it in you, Rick.
I've been working out. I've been lifting. Here we go. All right, that's enough.
Rick Wolf. Topsy bought 5,000. Robot Co-op.
We have Resident Evil royalty here. I'm starstruck. You were so kind to pop in a while back. I never dreamed we'd have you here. Here we go. I'm going to intro you. This is Charlie Kraslavsky, the original Chris Redfield, live in the flesh. And of course, we also have the director of The Keeper's Diary, Andrew Saullo. And guys, I got to tell you, when The Keeper's Diary dropped, like, we just had stars in our eyes. It's what we've never been able to have in live action. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of your way. Just tell us your backstories. We'll start with Charlie. Like, tell us how you got involved with Resident Evil, and yeah, take it away.
I'm born and raised in Tokyo, Japan. Just my family just happens to have been doing business there for many, many years. I went back there like in the early 90s after going to school in San Francisco for a while, and went to work for my dad, but had always had the acting bug. And at that time in Japan, it was really easy for Westerners to get into like TV and film. You know, there's like a big demand. Japanese productions were really eager to use Westerners in their shows, in their commercials, in their films. And so I was a freelance actor at first, but then I ended up working for this agency called IMO, Inagawa Motoko Office, who ultimately, they were the one to get the call for Resident Evil 1 Biohazard. So they had kind of a unique business model. People like me who are bilingual were on staff, so we were like talent managers while also being talent. So I would take people to auditions, and I would interpret for them and interpret on set, and that sort of thing. And sometimes I'd be wearing 2 or 3 hats on the same day, doing that sort of thing.
We know all about that.
So yeah, so I was there when the call came in, and basically it was just a photo selection. They just asked us to find the actors based on the sketches that they gave us. So, and I was kind of their number one guy there. That they had about 10 guys doing the manager / talent sort of thing. But I was kind of a shoo-in because of that. And then we had to just find the rest of the characters, and it went from there.
And like, what was crazy to me to learn about is, like, you didn't know you were in Resident Evil until recently because of the name difference, Biohazard in Japan, of course.
Right.
And
yeah. So I think it was about 2018 that I started to get clued up about it. Because when we shot it, it was just called Biohazard. Had no idea, that it was called Resident Evil. I remember seeing the first movie come out, and I'm like, wow, this looks familiar. But who's Alice? And I was like, they must have just
who knows? Even to this day, who knows who Alice?
Yeah, I was like, they must have just been inspired by Resident Evil.
Yeah, well, we all have been.
Biohazard. Yeah. So. So it wasn't until some guys from the, what do they call, the Raccoon City Stars blog, I think.
Yeah, they started tracking you guys down.
Facebook. Yeah, that I put it together. And the other half of that puzzle was Capcom decided to only put our first names in the credits, so that was why no one could figure out who we were.
Right. Yeah. I remember looking at that in the end. I'm like, who are these people? And then it's just like, oh, Charlie, Linda, Greg. You know, you
That
didn't.
sure narrows it down.
Right. Yeah. We also need to address the popcorn robot in the room. You know, Charlie and Topsy have had this little feud going. Really, I started it. It's my fault.
I don't have any corn you can steal today, so you're out of luck, Chuck. But you want to get high? I got all these plants.
I'm on a protein diet right now anyway, so you're safe.
It's been so amazing to see you, Charlie, like go out and connect with the fandom and just be so down to goof around. The Coggers know this very well. I'm gonna pop over here and play just in case you haven't seen it. This was the kindness that Charlie has shown us.
Hey, I'm Charlie Kraslavsky, the original Chris Redfield. Keep your eyes peeled for the Keeper's Diary, a Biohazard Story, coming soon. In the meantime, Topsy, I heard what you said about me, and soon you'll find out that zombies aren't the only ones that can eat brains.
This is so upsetting. Oh my god.
I'm fine with
That's
it.
horrific.
I don't see the problem.
It's like Tom Cruise when he eats.
This is
his
why I
popcorn.
hit all my corn and I look like the Carmen Miranda of psychoactive plants today.
Yeah. How much therapy did you have to go through, Topsy, after that?
I'm still in it.
I'm the one paying for it too. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay.
His
I'm
head's
sorry.
usually full of popcorn. The joke I didn't think about.
I
that.
usually just complain about you in therapy, Rick.
Well, that's fine. Get it all out there. I don't care. Resident Evil is so unique in that, like, both you, not both, all four of you now, because we've got Linda, we've got Eric, we've got Greg in there too, and plus others who have not appeared in live action, who have been voices, are also getting involved with this new thing. And I guess I'll kick it over to Andrew. Tell us about Resurrection.
Yeah, so Resurrection, a Biohazard Story, kind of falls in line with the title, you know, Keeper's Diary, a Biohazard Story. It's set much later than the first Resident Evil, though. So it will be more like Charlie, Greg, Eric, and Linda, more, you know, in today's day and age, and, you know, where Chris and how Wesker returned, and Barry and Rebecca, like, where would they be? You know what I mean? So, and it's not affiliated with Capcom, so it has nothing to do with RE9 or what they're doing. This is a totally independent fan project. We came up with our own cool story with the original actors from the first game. And it kind of revolves around kind of like I guess you could say like an outbreak in a small town in Mexico, and you're kind of going to have to see how these characters return and how they deal with the situation, how they deal with Eric's return. And, you know, there's going to be like a big brawl at the end, you know, because it's Chris and Wesker. So, yeah, it'll be a cool, I mean, we have a really good story. Beggy probably went through 25 drafts of the script. I mean, it started at probably like 125, 150 pages, and it went down to 100 pages. And we fleshed it down to probably about 50, 55 pages.
Nice. Lean.
Care and love and effort in a script? That's unheard of these days.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, it's gone, you know, we've really honed in and refined this story. And it's going to be spread out over a 4-part miniseries, probably going to be about an hour long in total. So it's going to be quadruple the length of Keeper's Diary. But for those of you that want to see more story, if that's not long enough for you, we have a perk that you can purchase on the crowdfunding campaign, either the actual novella that Beggy is writing. So there's things that are more embellished upon in her novella that maybe might be lightly touched in the live action. And she's also doing an audiobook of the novella as a perk too, I believe.
Whoa,
So
nice.
yeah, so if you really like to, you know, dive into a book, or listen to an audiobook and fully immerse yourself in a story, those might be some good options for you.
I gotta say, man, like Andrew, when I first saw you working on the Keeper's Diary, and like I saw all these stills of you by yourself putting together these huge sets. Like my heart went out to you, man, because I'm like, I've been there. I know. I'm like, okay, I can see the passion right there reflected, and we have over. I mean, basically, our whole career's been built on being like, you know, it'd be nice to have a Resident Evil movie that like doesn't just key jangle the characters, has love and passion and understanding. And Keeper's Diary, for me, is the best there is in live-action Resident Evil offerings.
Bar none.
Well, thank you.
Bar none, yes. There was Arkley before that, which got the tone right and everything. I think you know those guys, right?
Yeah, I've met Sean Liebertz once, actually. I've chatted with him several times, but I met him when I did... I filmed some stuff for Brandon Salisbury's documentary, and I interviewed him. I don't think it made the cut, but I interviewed him. He was a super nice guy. And then Rob, his producer, we ended up chatting quite a bit, and he ended up being a producer on Keeper's Diary, and he's probably going to end up being a producer on Resurrection too. So
Killer.
They're both really good guys. The other two fan films that I like, though, are his is obviously very good. Krishimir Kenazovich and Andy Sperling, the ones that they did like 10, 12 years ago.
I've seen, yeah.
And then the surprise that we're going to launch probably next week that you and I are both involved with. Those are probably my favorite fan films that I've seen. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a community unlike any other to just see like people like put in that blood, sweat, and tears, their time and their money.
My favorite RE films are fan films, for sure.
Yeah, because you know I didn't mind the first Anderson movie because it kind of did its own thing, and then
that was the top of the hill, though.
Yeah, and you know I've always wanted to see Briss done right. I've always wanted to see The World done right, and Keeper's Diary did it. So I can't encourage folks enough to pop over to their IndieGoGo, use the command RE, and pitch in. And if you want, we can go through, and we're already talking about physical media.
Let's turn this hill into a mountain.
Hell yeah, exactly. Full of boulders.
The Blu-ray, I think that seems to be the most popular one. It's something that everyone asked for. Not everyone, but a lot of people asked for on the Keeper's Diary. And when we were doing that, we just like weren't sure, like, can we do this? Is that okay? Is that legal? And we kind of looked into it, and because it was so in demand, you know, obviously if we're selling it, it's not made for profit for us. The proceeds are going towards production. So we figured, yes, it's okay. So not only will you get the 4-part series on this, but for those of you that wanted a Blu-ray on Keeper's Diary, the Keeper's Diary will be included on the Blu-ray as well as the series.
Outstanding, dude. Yeah. So we've got a Blu-ray right here. We're bringing back. Let's talk about everybody who's coming back right here. We've got the original Wesker, Eric Pierce, who played him in the live-action cut scenes. He's been having a lot of fun with you guys too. It's so great to see all 4 of you in those interview segments goofing with each other. Mount Rushmore of Resident Evil there. Of course, we've got Charlie right here. And
I never thought about it that way before.
Yeah, you guys should do a photo.
We should totally do like a photoshopped image of that somewhere.
And we've got Greg Smith, Barry, live action Barry, and then of course Linda as Rebecca.
Annie, she's kind of known in the cosplay community, and I think she's done some events for some official like Tomb Raider material. So, and she's been in like a TV show or two. So we had her do an audition tape and
crushed it.
We all really liked it. So we were like, yeah, let's go.
She looks the part. Hell yeah. We've also got Joe White, who voiced Chris in the remake, popping in. And of course, the man, like, I'm no Ward Sexton. I'm going to give it a try.
Resident Evil.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's not too
bad.
Okay, I did death metal for a while.
That was good.
Oh, thank you. And of course, we've got the original voice of Wesker, Pablo Kuntz, coming in to. So, what capacities is he doing? Voice, like, is that how we focus them, guys?
Joe and Pablo are both going to be on camera live action roles.
Oh my God! So we're going to see them for the first time ever in the flesh.
Yeah.
Doing roles in this universe. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
There you go. We've got that.
I don't think I can dive too much into like what they're doing, but they'll.
Okay,
they'll
I
be
don't
on
want. Yeah,
camera.
don't want to give that away.
Yeah.
I want to see you and Ward in a death metal band now. Like, I can't get it out of my head now.
We'll do it. I have a little experience in that area. To kick it back to Charlie, you are the face of the first game. So here I am, I don't know, 12, 13, something like that. And I played it the week it dropped, the first Resident Evil, and blew my mind. There was nothing like it. And I still remember watching you. I guess I probably wouldn't have seen you light up the cigarette because the U.S. release, I think they're like, oh, no. But to see live action in a video game, like I had never experienced that before. I'm sure some PC games had that way back, but that was just mind-blowing on the PS1, and it was such an influential thing in my life, Resident Evil. And then I'm still like, it's surreal that you're there.
It was such fine horror. It was the finest video game horror offering.
Yeah, it was the first mainstream survival horror game.
It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I'll never forget walking down. I mean, vanilla. Everybody says this, but like walking down that hallway with the dogs, man. Like.
That was a recreation of the first time I played this.
My buddy's mom was watching us play. She wasn't a gamer, you know. She was like a couple generations back, and like, she like jumped out of her chair because she was watching us. So she was immersed, you know. Of course, it's only gotten more so since then. But I thought, have you guys have seen the trailer for 9, right? That just dropped.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
Yeah, and they're taking it back to Raccoon City, and I got to tell you, I'm a little perturbed because for years I've been saying we need to go back, like what's going on in the ruins of Raccoon City. I've always thought that would be a great thing to explore, and what it actually, funny enough, led me to. I was watching this last night, and Charlie can give us some commentary on this. I should have done this. Let's see if you recognize this.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
You have an idea.
Yeah, that's a commercial I did in San Francisco for just a small production.
And there's Capcom.
Yeah. It was like a patent company or something, I think.
Yeah.
I did a commercial for Patent Express or something like that. And this guy just like steals my idea.
Going back to Raccoon City after the nuke dropped, I'll just tuck that away.
Yeah. They stole your idea, Rick.
Oh, that's okay. It's kind of
punch you in the head.
It's kind of their their property, so.
Dude kind of looks like an old Timothy Dalton.
Yeah.
He does kind of.
Star-studded. We'll call 877-794-9511. I'm sure it's still in service.
Yeah, see what happens. Yeah, see if there's still some business.
We should call. That would be great.
Is your refrigerator running?
I have this idea.
Let's see. We've got a few other ones here, if you don't mind. These ones just leapt out at me. This one.
Oh yeah, the pasta commercial.
The pasta commercial. There he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't play guitar at all, but they just
Oh, you faked it good.
at the audition. Yeah, at the audition they were like, just do it, and they liked me the best out of
That
everyone
hasn't
doing
stopped.
the guitar.
Too many people. I know a lot of guitarists who can't play the guitar.
Yeah, I mean. So there's that one. I don't understand why the restaurant's inside of a giant igloo that's flooded.
But why wouldn't it be?
Oh, that's the Blue Cave. I guess the Blue Cave is like some famous place in Italy, and the
Okay.
pasta was called the Blue Cave pasta. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
The Blue Grotto, I think, is what it would be in English.
Perhaps if I could read Japanese and got even a little bit cultured, I could have picked up on that. We've
But yeah,
got.
it's like this instant spaghetti with sauce, kind of thing.
Oh boy, every Italian's favorite dish.
Yeah.
We've got this too over here. This one's action packed. We could tell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
So talking about Italians going right into the minefield with blowing up.
I saw your pasta commercial. Now you're gonna pay, buddy.
Yeah, this is an episode of Sopranos.
That was like a mystery special for TV where we got to go to Singapore to film that. That was fun.
Oh my God.
And I was the drugged out secret boyfriend of the female lead.
Nice.
That they think I'm the murderer, but it ends up being someone else.
There you go. There's the
How
twist.
did you find all this stuff?
It's
Rick?
it's on YouTube.
That's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's on your YouTube channel? Okay.
Yeah.
I popped by there last night and I was like, oh my God, this is a treasure trove of Chris Redfield backstory. There you are, man. Look at you.
I'm not talking to you until you give me my guitar back.
That's right. I got a pasta commercial to film. God damn it. Yeah, there, man. Singapore, huh? I've been to Canada once it was clean. My world travel. I've got one more, and like this one, I'm gonna need some explanation.
Yeah, this is a comedy show where they do like just silly skits. A real famous guy, Bito Takeshi. He's in a lot of Yakuza movies. And this was like a skit where they had us like doing things that people get confused. It was like, if you do this in one culture, it means something else in another culture. And so one was like shaking your head. Like, I guess there's some culture somewhere in the world where it's opposite. Like if you nod your head, it means no, and if you shake your head, it means yes.
Oh my God.
And like, biting your thumb is no good. And where is that? I forget.
That's like a middle finger somewhere.
Italy or somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I've heard of that.
And so,
who are you?
yeah.
Yeah, over
So
in the
that
UK
was,
they go
a
like
long
that.
time ago. Yeah, I did a lot of silly things like that, and most of it I don't have copies of. Like, you never got copies of anything, and the only way you'd get copies of your work would be just record it yourself on a VHS tape. So
Yep.
I missed a lot of it, but
Well, you've got quite the collection there. Yeah, I wish Capcom would, like, I think I've spoken to you about this once or twice. They've got to have reels or negatives or something somewhere of the RE1 intro, you would think.
you would think so.
I'd love to see that get a remaster. But yeah, we've got that goofballery there. I've watched a lot of interviews, and I thought we might try to come up with some questions maybe you haven't been asked 50 times already. What was it like working with the Tyrant? Wait, that's the wrong picture. There you go. This guy looks grouchy.
Also risque.
A little risque here as well. Yes.
Yeah, he had a big ego.
He doesn't have a big anything else, does he?
It was like it was that whole thing. Like, my trailer has to be bigger than Charlie's. That sort of a relationship that I had with him. And he was really smelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always getting blood on everything.
Blood on everything. Smells like an open white cheddar Cheetos bag. You know how it goes. Yeah.
Bad breath. Really bad breath.
Bad breath. Not a whole lot to
Yeah.
offer in the. Well, never mind.
Yeah, but the chicks dig them. I don't know why.
I don't know. They feel safe. Maybe they're not intimidated.
Oh gosh.
Let's see. Did you get to pet the animatronic dogs? There's that.
I have a very fuzzy recollection of those. I think I saw it fairly up close, but I don't think they were working properly or something like that.
Yeah, you see a lot of like extreme close-ups of them in the intro there. That was a lot of fun.
Was
Yeah,
it raining?
and-
Was it raining that day?
Yeah, tell us a
No,
little
it
about
wasn't.
that.
It was just a really hot, muggy day. Hot, typical hot summer muggy day.
Miserable.
And it was by a river, the Tama River, which I was there like about a month ago, and I was with this guy who's really he's been a YouTuber in Japan for years, doing RE stuff, and he knows a bunch of people at Capcom, and so we went out to actually try and find the spot, and we got to the general area, and it was raining that day like cats and dogs, but we walked around, and I think I sort of figured out approximately where it might have been, kind of thing. But yeah, it was like on a grassy hill overlooking a river, and we got there when it was still daylight, and we did the interior scenes, and then in the evening, is when we were shooting the exterior stuff, and that's when the mosquitoes come out, and we were just feasted upon by mosquitoes, and it was probably like 90 degrees out there, maybe even hotter. Yeah.
Yeah, we
but
know
it was
how that
still
goes.
fun. Yeah, and just like guys like running around with smoke machines and like trying to get the animatronics to work, and it felt a little bit like a shit show in a way. But I think they got what they wanted at the end of the day, so that was good.
A successful franchise that's still going 30 years later, I'd say so.
Yeah. And Greg remembers that they actually had live dogs. I didn't remember that, but according to Greg, there were live Dobermans there, but they were too friendly, so they couldn't really use them on camera. They were just like licking everybody.
Run for that house! I'm being licked to death.
Yeah.
Well, you can't trust Greg. Doesn't he wrestle kangaroos or something? What's he do?
Right. Yeah. He's been hit on the noggin too many times by a kangaroo. Been like rabbit kicked by a kangaroo too many times.
Too many.
Living purses are mean.
They do have that oh god, the fluids. Okay, anyway. So I have one more question for you, Charlie, then we're gonna kick it over to maybe some gameplay if you guys have time, do some more promo.
Sure.
Have you been I know you're aware of most of the Resident Evil memes, the big one, of course, punching the boulder and all that good stuff. Have you been made aware of the Resident Evil Director's Cut basement theme music?
Sounds familiar.
Okay. Andrew's smiling. All right.
Is that the one where it's going like wah 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 or no?
Damn it! He knows about it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Do it!
What's up with that?
People have been trying to figure that out for decades.
Yeah.
It's a weird story. They wanted to do different, and I'm no expert on this, but as I understand it, they wanted to do different music for the Director's Cut re-release on PS1, and got a composer, and it turns out that he was faking being deaf.
Oh, okay. I think I read about this somewhere.
Yeah, it's a weird little Resident Evil scandal over here. he was really prominent, I guess, in Japan, and he was telling everyone he was deaf when he wasn't, and someone else was writing the music. So I think to this day, no one knows who really came up with that.
That's what I heard too. I heard he was having other
Bizarre
people write
story.
music for him.
Yes, yeah, and like he got kind of outed as a fraud.
It was like they wrote him a theme that was supposed to sound like disappointment.
we use that piece of music all the time. It's a gift at the end of the day.
You're not wrong there.
No. And we do have a special notification that goes off. Sorry about the one that went off earlier. I thought we took care of that. If someone is willing out there to set off the merchant from RE4 singing that for Charlie, that would be fantastic.
Ode to Clown Farts.
Ode to Clown Farts. Thank you. Yeah, we call that track Clowns Farting in the Basement. As I think most people do.
Charlie, I don't think you've ever seen any RE5 stuff other than the Boulder thing, have you?
Probably not. Yeah, I might have seen just a little bit, like some, like videos on YouTube or something.
The
but
clip.
Not a lot. Yeah.
So this will be an interesting experience for you then.
Of course, Resident Evil 5, very much a return to the methodical atmosphere, the slow-paced dread. Topsy, it's you, buddy. Take him.
All right. I'll see what I can't do. You guys look like you made meat, so...
All right, while Topsy's doing that, I'm going to solve a puzzle over here.
Husqvarna.
Puzzle of my lack of physical fitness.
Swedish fireball.
Swedish.
Oh my God.
This may not be the best place to introduce Charlie to
I don't know what's
Resident Evil
happening.
5. That was Marked Man. What gave you the bug to make fan films? That's going to be for Andrew there.
Oh gosh. Well, I feel like this is just something I've always wanted to do because I feel like people that are responsible for doing it never really do a good job in Hollywood. So
Yes.
I went
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. I went to go see Welcome to Raccoon City, and I just left super infuriated, and I was like, dude, I'm 30 now. I'm not getting any younger. So if they're not gonna do it, then I guess I'll do something, and if I do good, great. If I do bad, then at least I tried. So I reached out to a bunch of YouTubers and ultimately went over to Krishmir Kanizovich and Andy Sperling from Screenfire Germany. They were like really the only people to respond to me. And I kind of from there got in contact with Charlie, Greg, and Eric, and was able to get them out here where I live and do all this cool stuff, including filming like the first kind of concept trailer for Keeper's Diary. And then once that kind of hit the internet, we ended up working our way over to the Residents of Evil, and I became a team member, and we kind of just did everything through them with, production of the Keeper's Diary. So that's kind of how I grew up loving these games. These are like a total obsession for me. The remakes and the newer ones are cool. But they're just nothing like what you get with the older games. So
don't pay attention to this this segment right here. For me that was Resident Evil Apocalypse, the second film. The first film I didn't really have a problem with. It kind of did its own thing and it didn't involve the characters. The second film is really where they started key jangling, like Jill, and she was kind of second banana to Alice and all of that. And at the time, this is way back, I had, I guess, what you would call a blog today, and I wrote this. I left the theater so upset.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I saw the little itchy tasty thing on the, there's like a storm door in Welcome to Raccoon City. I was like, really? Did these guys even play the game? Do they even know what that means? Like, it was just sad.
It's, you guys are the perfect people to do what you're doing, in my opinion, because you don't have hundreds of people who want to put their thumbprints all over and be like, no, we've got this invested here. They want to see this happen. They want to see that happen. You're not going to get focus grouped to death. You can do what
yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what a big problem in Hollywood is these days. I think I saw something where Sam Jackson said people aren't really making movies to make movies anymore. They're trying to chase the golden statue, you know? So it's like, just make a movie you love, make a movie you like, and then if these studios own the rights, you're never gonna get, unless there's some studio lead that's a huge fan of Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, and they know that they need to hire someone that's also a huge fan of these franchises, you're never ever going to get something from an accurate lore perspective. I think the dude that runs Constantine isn't really a fan of the games, and he wanted a more actiony film because he didn't think horror would sell, which is, I think, my understanding after watching Brendan's documentary, why they didn't ultimately go with George Romero. And George Romero is like the type that doesn't want to play nice with the people who run the show. So they were like, okay, well, then we're going to find this other guy that's going to do what we want, and that's what it's been like for the last 20 plus years with Constantine. So this Zach Krager guy, I'm sure he's a fan of the game. I'm sure he played him casually, maybe, but
well, yeah. And the interviews they're always going to say like, "Oh, yeah, I love them. I'm playing it right now. You can't see."
Exactly. But I'm sure he's just going to do the same thing. The studio is going to say, "We want this movie," and he'll make it.
Yep. They want somebody who's going to play ball. And
can I ask what's happening?
You're fighting an El Gigante. He appears to have turned some dudes into a Speedo.
Well, that's a fashion statement.
A dude dough? No. Oh boy.
A dude dough.
We're walking that back. Whoa, spicy. I've been trying to play here. It doesn't want. Oh wait, maybe if I do mouse and keyboard.
Shoot him in the Speedo.
Ooh!
Shoot the Speedo.
I gotta play. I can do mouse and keyboard. This is going to be extra embarrassing. I'm a controller guy. Charlie, so obviously you've played RE1. I've seen you do it on Residents of Evil. Which ones have you played? You haven't played this one.
Yeah, no, that's the only one I played. Was RE1, and I think Andrew put it on some kind of special mode where you can't die.
We need that over here.
Yeah, I was like every 5 seconds I was toast basically.
You need one of these. You need
Yes.
Rick, your fashion sense is vile.
So I've never played with mouse and keyboard. We do have some QTEs to do.
Difficult.
Yeah, this guy's a little cranky at us here.
I don't like him.
Mouse and keyboard is much more responsive than a controller.
Is. So there's
it's
really
highly sensitive.
There's really no excuse for me to do poorly.
I'm overheated.
Durable speed, or dude dough, I should say. This guy's got. But yeah.
Dude dough.
If anything, we got that.
Embarrassing obituary.
From mercenary to merkin.
Marcus is survived by his family. Cause of death just isn't listed. I don't understand.
Embarrassment.
For years, I mean, our crowd especially, we've amassed a following of people that, as well, aren't necessarily getting what they want on the big screen when it comes to Resident Evil. And this is your chance to see something authentic that is taking into account all of the lore and paying respect to the characters instead of kind of just giving you the porn versions for 10 seconds. Speaking of lunch, we have a bit of a fixation on tacos around here. Let's see if we can get this pulled back up.
Very taco.
Wear the taco hat for Chris while I fangirl out.
I've also got a taco bonnet.
Oh no, he's disappeared behind your taco, Rick.
Oh, that's rude. I can't wear the taco hat. I'm black. Here we go. Here, we'll do this.
Lower yourself.
This has to be the goofiest show you guys have appeared on.
Well, now I'm hungry. Now I want tacos, Dave.
Yeah, now I want tacos. Thanks.
Here you go. Get in there. I'm trying. Like carpet. I don't understand. There's a report of a horrible viral outbreak, monsters and everything. So send 2 people.
Yeah.
Right.
Not the army, not the SEALs, just 2 people.
All you need is Chris Redfield.
For Resurrection, we had to do a permit for one thing, but there is a lot of BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land that you don't really need a permit for, to be honest. So, yeah.
Don't do anything too crazy, right?
Yeah, no explosives. We're not gonna blow up a golf course like they did with Caddyshack. So,
You've got a like 1/3 scale of Raccoon City and an actual nuke.
yeah. Got some miniatures set up there.
No good.
Ooh, how does she know it's still warm?
Yeah, don't touch that, Shiva.
Ew.
That's something that Resident Evil protagonists are great at. They just walk over to a lot of gross stuff and go, yeah.
That's interesting.
Could it have some kind of meaning? The co-op does take the scariness down quite a bit. Well, then there's this. This is a little spooky. You got a meatball with the spaghetti cooked inside of
Calamari meatballs.
Are you guys still hungry?
Yeah. Want tacos, damn it.
Brains.
Sorry to interrupt,
Oh,
guys. Yeah, and I remember the gun video that Charlie did, I guess it was a couple of years ago now. Like, you're very proficient with firearms as well.
I'm a beginner, and they made me look good in the video.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Like pointing it the wrong way.
I just followed instructions. It was like the sheriff's deputies and stuff. So it was just like, yeah, I didn't want them to feel like I was a complete idiot, you know. So, but I actually, the funny thing was for that video, like I forgot to pack my contact lenses.
Oh yeah, that's
almost
right.
like blind, like. And I think I used my glasses for a little bit of it, but yeah, most of the time I was just. But I'm farsighted, so it's not as bad as if someone is nearsighted.
Yeah,
Target shooting would be a lot harder.
I forgot about that because we had stuff for you to read on the prompter for the intro outro, and you're just like, ah.
Did I hit the blur? What do you think of RE5 so far, Charlie?
It's dark. Yeah.
It's different. There's more melon slashing.
Yeah, slash those melons.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Standing too close if that happens. Oh! I love it that Chris's punches have an area of effect. Like, if you're even in the same, like, zip code, you're going flying, too, with whomever is actually punching. Get into the... Never mind.
My life is shit.
Hey baby, if you were gas, I'd love to fart you.
God damn it, DP Hinton.
How dare you?
I had a list of things to ask Charlie that would have been like unorthodox, and one of them was like, so who farted the most during filming for Resident Evil 1?
Oh, I can personally vouch that would have been Charlie.
Yeah. And I was like, that's not classy. I'm not going to ask that.
First-hand experience with that one.
Oh, that's
more
nice
loud
of you.
noises.
Very loud channel. Sorry.
Loud noises.
What? That was Gilbert Godfrey right there.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Thank you for joining us today. Here's my girl, 88. Very kind.
That's actually pretty good. Jafar! Jafar!
I played the parrot in Aladdin and other roles. So we survived the onslaught thanks to our buddy up there.
Only to be killed by this lunch.
I could kill a lunch.
Ooh, more deer meat.
Yeah, just got to pick the maggots out of your teeth. It's fine. No biggie.
Oh, man, that's the protein.
So,
protein.
That's what Chris would say. What are you doing?
Protein.
You're wasting it. Yeah. The Hunter as well. The visual effects, very impressive. I work with a little bit of 3D modeling stuff as well, and the Hunter looked gorgeous as well. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, that was like a team of, I think 3-4 people maybe. That was
the way to do
yeah,
it.
So
the way to do it.
There was one guy that modeled and textured it, and then there was one guy that literally animated it, did the skeletal rig, did the muscular rig. He did the look development, the camera, 3D lighting. And then there was one guy that did like the chroma key work and digital composition, and like that was it. So it's pretty insane the amount of work that these guys did. Because usually when you watch a movie, it's like
teams,
500 people, not 3 people. Yeah, and in terms of the Hunter, by the way, because the diary says it, he thinks it looks like a skinless gorilla.
Yeah,
like we could have gone that route, or we could have used a licker or some other, maybe like one of the 1.5 creatures that kind of resemble that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just always wanted to see a Hunter on a live action format. And I was like, this is the prime opportunity to do it, so why not?
And you made it happen, my man. Thank you. As a fan, thank you.
So if Hollywood puts Hunters in their new movie and they make the claim to be the first to do it, just know that's a lie. We're the first ones.
I'm actually really glad that you brought up the diary entries and stuff, because we just did it in Saddam Hussein. Whoops, sorry, buddy. I'm really glad you brought that up, because what's always been kind of, challenging as a fan to me is to see all of those rich journal entries and text in the game, and see all this stuff that is canon that you just don't see. Like, why don't they go and utilize any of that? If I were to write a big screen adaptation, I would start off with Lisa Trevor. You read about what happened to her, but you never see it. Like, why don't you show us that?
Yeah, like I said, either these people that run the show are just not interested and they just want more action things to keep people's, attention and sell tickets, or they don't know. They haven't read it. They haven't played it. They don't, So, who knows? It's a mystery.
John Q. boardroom. Like, what are we doing? A video game? Okay, zombies, mansion. Got it. Done.
Can we get Mario in it?
Yeah.
Can we put Mario in it?
Where's Mario?
AI. There you go.
Resident Evil. You'll be able to see it there.
Yeah, there you go. It's a me.
Oh my God. Hope this is not the Chris's blood.
Yeah.
That is incredible work. Oh my God.
Yeah, she does fantastic work.
Yeah, that is amazing. Bowser particularly is. Ugh! Yeah, he's got the mushroom virus. Wesker, you've gone the senile.
Yeah.
Ah! That is one of my all-time favorite moments in the original. Wesker is unveiling the tyrant to Chris, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Japanese writing, but like Chris's response to being shown this monolith of horror, this guy, Chris just starts laughing at it and laughing at Wesker. And it's made even better because Pablo goes like, Chris, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I work really hard on this.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And there's a great meme out there of someone's photoshopped every member of Stars into the lab, and they're all like, that is one of my all-time favorite memes from RE. We have the perfect thing to encourage people to pop over and to use the RE command.
Come on! Okay, come on! Roger, come on!
Yes.
You guys didn't know you were coming on a morning zoo, did you?
Dingo and the baby.
Yeah, they always got to have a fart noise and then a lady moaning. That's how you know you're on a real morning zoo.
We got your hour-long block of rock.
You're like, oh, that's classy. Thank you. Oh boy, we're getting some sausage links here. They're a little too rowdy.
Bad sausage. Bad.
Got into some bad sausage. You gotta have good sausage discipline, gentlemen. Oh boy, we're getting late night now. Sorry.
It's only 2:35. What are you?
It's only 2:30. It's too soon for penis jokes. Come over this way, my friend.
You turn back into Gilbert.
That happens occasionally. All the Zoomers are like, who?
Get him to follow you in there, and I'll run around the outside here.
I will occupy him. I will entertain his sausage inklings.
Here we go.
Okay, very good then. Oh, he's coming after you.
Get out of there! I closed it.
He wants.
You're inside.
I am.
Sausage like tentacles.
This stream is a bit of a sausage fest. Hey,
I'm in it. No, help.
no, oh my God! Look at that.
You did it.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of theories that we play like boobs, like on purpose.
I wish.
They're very true. There we go. We got him. Hope you like your sausages. Well done, Charlie.
Oh.
Someone asked if Zombie has puss. Oh, God. I found the answer is yes in the most horrifying way. Kill me now, please.
Thank you.
In my mission to be as weird and freaky as possible, I present you and your esteemed guest with this.
Thank you, Cogger Pie.
Thank you. Thank you, Puss Puss.
All right.
They're bound to be back now.
All right.
Let's swing it around to one last look here at the campaign. How do I get out of this? We should be all caught up. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Right. Roller mode here. I would like to stop now. Guess we gotta get out of this screen here.
I would like to thank the Academy.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Has he ever done any Oscars appearances?
No.
And the next guest goes to.
I want to thank everyone here and everyone across the street. Why does he? Can you imagine being a sound guy for Gilbert Gottfried?
Oh my
A little
God.
hot, Gilbert. A little hot. All right, let's back out of here. Look at my messy desktop, everybody.
Disgusting.
Here we go. Let's get our tunes back up here and running. Boom. It's been a blast having you guys on. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
It's great.
Really appreciate you stopping in here. So here we go.
Yeah.
Resurrection, a Biohazard Story. We've got the original cast back together. This man and men and women like him went to great lengths to bring these legends back together for you. And it's happening. But you're a critical component, Coggers. Get over there and pitch in. I'll kick it over to you, gentlemen, if anything else you want to say about it today.
Yes. Donate.
There it is. Use the command. Hey, sometimes you gotta slap it on the table.
click the button.
Click share on your social media as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point there over there, Topsy. I don't care what anybody says. You're not a pothead.
You want to see the original actors from the first game, putting it all on the table for you, the fans. We haven't forgotten about you like many others have, and we're just dying to do this for you. So please give generously and tell all your friends.
That's a great thing to touch on, because like we hear that, you know, I know times are tough. We hear people like, hey, you know, I can't kick in, and we're like, that's okay. Like, the fact you're here and you're watching is great. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is huge, and it's a thing I don't think people really think about. Everything's so digital now. Like, tell your friends about this. Tell your family. Tell your pets. I don't care.
Yeah.
And
call the radio station and tell that crazy morning show.
There you go.
We're here with the cast of Resurrection. Let's see these perks. So $60, that's what I'm going to go for when we wrap up. Blu-ray physical copy of the series. Got 187 of those already. Fantastic.
Yep.
We got 10 spot here. Backer credit. Very good. We should make people aware of that. The Keeper's Diary credits. It was like a Hollywood movie with like just miles.
Yeah, it just kept going.
Yeah, it's there's so much support for it, man. Let's see, $40 original soundtrack access. And there's the audio book that we talked about earlier. You get that at the $40 level.
Mm-hmm.
I have done audiobooks. That is very time consuming. At least if you're me.
If you've seen Beggy's work on the channel, she does audiobooks of the S.D. Perry novels.
Oh, I listened to the one of the first book.
She spends like months on end doing the recordings.
It took me a year to do the audiobook. So time consuming. The whole family's watching Resurrection here, folks.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Family friendly.
Entertainment.
Yeah. There we go. Exclusive call with the writer. Amazing.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, here we go. Charlie Zippo poster.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Can we get a... Oh, there we go. I did a dumb. Hang on. Oh, boy. Pick your perk back there. Yeah, I'll have to add that to the collection. There's now everything I wanted to get into is popping into my head. I have the honor of being in a game with Charlie. We were both in Daymare 1994.
Yep.
Which was incredible for me. Like, I've crossed off a few of you guys. I'm in a game with you. I'm in a game with Paul Haddad, who voiced Leon in the original 2.
That's insane.
Yeah. And now
I wish he was still alive. I guarantee you he'd jump at the opportunity to be on this project.
I know he would. Yeah, absolutely. But that was amazing. I've made friends with Evan Sabah, who voiced Brad in 3.
He's a kooky guy.
He streams.
We're trying to get him on Row to do some stuff soon, hopefully.
I'm sure he would be down. I'm sure he would be down for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm cruising to check him off the list, and I can't say much, but more on the way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very much appreciate you guys reaching out. So here we go. We've got Charlie Young Stars poster right here. Ooh, very very delightful. We got another poster here. Got Jill. We've got Rebecca. You come with a little bit of first aid spray to mace anybody if you.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh no!
How many perks are there? This is incredible.
Yeah.
She just keeps adding them. She's like, "Oh, I had a good idea." I'm like, "Cool, put it on there."
Genius.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got the classic photo recreated here.
Yeah.
Look at you boys.
Pretty fun.
There we go. I'm still scrolling, and we can't comment on all of these.
Yeah.
I gotta get that. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this. Honestly. There you go. Oh, well, Mike Myers.
Yeah.
That's the sponsor.
Yeah. Just Wayne pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's the voice of a new generation.
Got a vial of T-virus.
Yeah.
Well, there is nearly infinite perks over here to accommodate all budgets. I'm going to kick in. You guys have been very generous with us today with the tips, so that goes to us, but we're going to pass it on to Resurrection today. No problem.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's see. Where do I type in my credit card information?
Right here in front of everyone.
Okay, let's get my Visa card. It ends in 723.
Resurrection.